Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is a noob using Punk's ultimate guide to neutral. We're gonna get in here, we're gonna watch the video, and then we're gonna play some matches to see if Punk's ultimate guide really helps everyone, even noobs. Let's get into this.
Soon as that match say round start fight, this matters so much. Like where you gonna go, how many steps you're gonna take towards your opponent, and also making sure you're not getting put in the corner. You don't want to be doing a bunch of this, okay? Never be doing this, because then your opponent is going to be doing this most likely, and then you're going to find yourself here. Well, you never want to find yourself here. This is the red zone, you know. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Is your
So the corner is the red zone.
Today
Okay.
we're gonna have a very good video because today is the day that I give you fellas the tips on how to improve in neutral. I know y'all been waiting for this video for a long time, and you know I've been wanting to make it for y'all for a long time, but it's just a very hard subject for me to want to talk about, and you know I don't want to really give out the wrong information, and I want to be able to actually teach y'all. Some of it is dependent on your raw reaction, right? But that's why it's been taking a long time. It's been very hard to figure out how to actually do that, but I think I finally figured out some ways to explain how to improve your neutral in Street Fighter 6, or maybe you can use this in fighting games in general, but this is going to definitely help you how to improve your neutral in Street Fighter 6. So without further ado, before we get into it, I need you to go like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and turn the post notification bell on, and I'll see you in the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you how to improve your neutral, and it's going to be a very important tip, believe it or not. Gonna be anti-airing, like, you know, being able to anti-air, whether it's you have a DP, you know, or a button anti-air, you're gonna want to anti-air, because anti-airing is going to improve your neutral a ton. It's going to make people want to play on the, or not want to, but have to play on the ground more than maybe they really want to. So if you're stopping them from jumping, they have no choice but to play that good old neutral and ground game with you. So you can start to get whiff punishes and making them feel more uncomfortable than they probably would if you couldn't anti-air. So anti-airing is going to be the first thing. You have to get better at anti-air. And I'm not saying you got to anti-air 100% of the time, because not even
So it's just stopping people.
Anti-air 100% of the time.
Stopping
you know,
people when they're jumping.
Anti-air at a good percentage that makes people not want to just spam jumps on you. That is going to be good for you. So definitely make sure
the people are not constantly jumping.
Second nature to you is going to be very important, and getting better in neutral, or just having better neutral in general. So definitely get better at the anti-airs. You want to want that. The next thing.
So definitely I can understand. I would just like to add on. I was talking a little bit as he was talking, but yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Overall, you don't want a whole bunch of people jumping, and I noticed when I was fighting a lot of people as a noob, a lot of people jump. So anti-airing is a thing that I have to start doing.
We're going to talk about is going to be movement and spacing. So you see, every match you play, you're going to start at this distance, right? So no matter what, you always going to start at around this range right here from your opponent when it says round start fight. So from that point forward, you have to rely on your movement and spacing. You know, both of these are kind of go into the same thing, movement and spacing. As soon as that match say round start fight, this matters so much. Like where you going to go, how many steps you're going to take towards your opponent, and also making sure you're not getting put in the corner. You don't want to be doing a bunch of this, okay? Never.
Hold on one sec. Let me move my camera.
Never be doing this, because then your opponent is going to be doing this most likely, and then you're going to find yourself here. Well, you never want to find yourself here. This is the red zone, you know. You want to find yourself in this area of the screen at least as possible, in either corner. You don't want to find yourself in those spots. It's not good, okay? Being very mindful of
it makes sense.
Your spacing and how you're moving around the screen is going to be very important on improving your neutral, and in making people whiff buttons, you know, getting people to just whiff buttons in neutral, because you're walking around in and out their space, and they could be here, and of course you could block it. But then what if you do, you know, you just walked in their space like that, you walked in and then you just boom boom, and you know what I'm saying, you just get in and out of the spaces.
So because of a mistake, they were able to hit
your movement and the spacing. You never want to be doing too much walking backwards. Of course, walking back is still good, but you don't want to be walking back to where you find yourself in the corner and nothing actually happened in a match. You didn't get hit, you didn't block a drive rush or anything like that. You literally just walk backwards and they just walking forward slowly, just stalking you and making you get put in the corner. Never want that to happen, you know. So definitely
I can understand
always
that.
Be mindful of your spacing, because it's going to help you be able to get more whiff punishes. It's going to help you get out of a lot of different situations that you can find openings for yourself after, you know, you're out of those situations. So be mindful of how many steps you're taking. Be very mindful of how many steps your opponent is taking, because in this game, I would say back walk speed is not crazy. You see how fast Luke caught up to me before the recording was even over. He caught up to me walking backwards, and I'm not even in a corner, and I'm not walking really away from him as fast as he's walking up to me. So back walk speed is not the fastest in this game. So being very mindful of how many steps your opponent is actually taking towards you is going to be very, very important on being able to get whiff punishes, either block crouch and medium kicks into drive rush, you know, blocking those crouch and medium kicks to drive rush, being mindful of just when they're invading the range where you probably can't walk back anymore, and that's when you have to start pressing buttons like jabs or buttons that's hard to whiff punish, like a crouch and medium punch or whatever button your character could have that's hard to whiff punish, that can just intercept them from coming forward and just, you know, starting to impose their will on you because you're looking for a whiff punish.
So we're gonna do light punches.
So they're walking forward a lot and making you
and
have to
crouching
make a decision.
medium.
So you know you want to be mindful.
So that's down
how
and
many steps your opponent's
medium
taking
punch. Okay.
Before they want to really start pressing buttons or maybe crouching and just waiting for you to do something. I feel like all of those things is going to help you improve your neutral and set you up for whiff punishing even more. Obviously, like, I'm not going to come here and tell you, you know, I'm not going to just give you examples of me whiff punishing a bot or something, because some whiff punishing, it relies on raw reaction, right? So I can't really teach you how to raw react to a button, you know, and just you see it and you're like, oh, I can just whip. I can't really teach you that, you know. So I
that
just
one
come
comes
here to
from
give
practice.
y'all tips on things you can do to improve your neutral and maybe set you up for whiff punishes and maybe put you in position to get good anti-airs a bit more than you could before. But I can't come here and teach y'all exactly how to roll whiff punish, because it's just not possible. I can't give you my reactions or another player's reactions.
So in this sense, you just have to play the game and you have to literally just figure out what buttons and what combinations or combos that you can do after people do certain moves and see if it connect. At least that's what it seems like he's telling me. If there's anything else, let me know down in the comments below. I could be missing it, but let's keep going.
You can only improve it from doing small steps and then working on your raw reaction, obviously. So I will also be giving y'all a way on how to do that later in the video. But the next tip I'm going to be telling y'all about is anticipation. Okay, a big part of neutral and whiff punishing in general is being able to anticipate what your opponent is going to do, and that also relies on, of course, your movement and spacing. So all of these can help each other. So once you have the movement and spacing down, learning what buttons is good for your opponent to press, what buttons they like to press in certain situations, you want to learn about that, because that's going to help the anticipation part, is just really learning what a character can do and what they want to do a lot of times. So in certain ranges, of course, you know, Luke is going to be looking for his crouch and medium kick into drive rush a lot of the time. So what you're trying to do here is know what he's looking for and anticipate it, and that's going to help you be able to actually get whiff punishing. Obviously, if you don't whiff it, then you can't whiff punish it, but if you can anticipate that that's what he's looking for, and maybe you court signs.
That's really smart.
In the match,
that is
also a part
that
of being
is
able
really
to
smart.
adapt to your opponent. Obviously, you're going to have to be able to train that also, so you know what buttons your opponent like to press. But even if you don't know what buttons your opponent like to press yet, there's obviously going to be buttons that your opponents press more than others, because just in general, those are the good buttons of the characters. So it's your job to go figure out what buttons it is that people like to spam with a character, whether it's Luke crouching medium punch, whether it's his crouching medium kick, or whether it's whatever character it may be, a button that you know is really
that
good
they do often,
that they're probably going to whiff if you play around the ranges, and you want to be able to anticipate it. That way you can be able to react even easier than just raw reacting to a whiff punish. If you can anticipate your opponent doing something, it's going to go a long way in being able to help you get an actual whiff punish and looking for a whiff punish. So definitely just working on your anticipation and just learning the character's ranges. Learn all the ranges for the characters. Learn what buttons is good at certain ranges. I could use my stand heavy kick here a lot, and then that's when you can pick up on that and realize, like, oh, this guy likes this button, or maybe just Cammy in general, she likes to use this button. So you want to try to stay out the range and get the whiff punish, but you can anticipate that by moving around and playing in and out that range.
So the anticipation is baiting out the people to do a move and then being able to attack them afterwards. I like that. I legit just didn't even think about it. I know it's something that you do in fighting games naturally, but just thinking about it, I did not realize I wasn't thinking about it.
And then just making me whiff the button that you're looking for, and then that's going to make the whiff punish so much easier to get when you actually know that it's going to, that button may actually be pressed. Being able to anticipate what your opponent is going to be able to do is going to help you a lot. Obviously, it's not very easy to do that, but playing neutral and learning about neutral is never going to be a very easy thing. You're just going to have to, learn all these steps and tips I'm trying to teach you and put them into your game. But the next thing I want to tell you about is going to be a very important one to playing neutral, in my opinion, because it can make opponents definitely do things that they don't really want to do, and that's going to be buffering. Buffering buttons that's very hard to whiff punish. So for Cammy,
any noobs ever heard of buffering? Before we get into this, me as a noob, I have never heard of buffering. I don't know what it is. Any other noobs heard what buffering is before? Drop that down in the comments below.
Buttons that you allowed to buffer with her is stand light kick, you would buffer. And what a buffer is essentially is pressing a button, maybe a special move. You see how I'm doing light kick, and you see me how I'm hitting light kick first, and then I'm just inputting drill. So, but it's never actually coming out. But if I make contact when he walks up, it's never coming out on whiff. Only when it makes contact, right? So that is what we call buffering. And this is going to help you improve your neutral a lot, because if you buffer safe buttons into, let's say you buffer a crouching medium punch into drive rush, or maybe into a special move like Cammy's spiral arrow, or whatever your character have, Luke could buffer into fireball, he could buffer into his knuckle.
Right.
Or he could buffer into drive rush with his crouching medium punch. When you see your opponent doing things like that, it's going to make you a bit more scared to just press buttons in neutral or just walk up to them, because you might just be walking into a button, into a full combo, corner carry, into all that good stuff that you get when you get your knockdown on offense, right? So buffering is going to improve your neutral, because this is going to make opponents more scared, and they're going to start looking to try to maybe whiff punish you. So you could start taking more steps forward and inching your way closer to them, because they're a bit scared of you now because you're buffering. So they have to be more safe about how they approach you, right? So learning how to buffer is going to improve your neutral a lot, because it's going to give you new openings on just being in different ranges. You'll have different openings to land combos or to just create whiff punishes and make your opponent more scared.
That is
of
fucking genius.
So this is going to improve your neutral a lot, learning how to buffer button into special move. You don't want to just buffer anything into a special move. You want to generally make sure it's a pretty hard to whiff punish button, and you're not just, you know, whiffing just any button that's not very good in neutral. That can just be whiff punished.
What are we doing, Paul? What are we doing? You just want to keep trading cameras?
You didn't actually press a good button. So yeah, you definitely learning how to buffer is going to be very important in my opinion. Because every character have things that they can buffer into special moves pretty much. Maybe not like Zangief. Maybe not Lily, I don't know. So definitely I think learning how to buffer and making sure you're not doing this.
Who do you guys play? Drop the people that you play in the comments. I play Jamie. I like playing Jamie myself. I want to venture out to other people. I like Maynon as well. But drop who you play in the comments.
This is what you don't want to be doing. Button into special move too late to where your special move is coming out. That is going to be a bad way to buffer, because then you're going to be getting punished and see yourself in very unfavorable positions if you're buffering things that's like Cammy's spiral arrow. You know, if you're buffering, of course, like Luke's fireball is okay if you get a fireball on whiff, unless they going to jump, unless they just happen to jump at that moment. But definitely practicing the buffers and making sure to get that down, because it's going to do all those things I told you about, and it's just going to open up a whole new world of finding whiff punishes or just getting hits in general and neutral. One of the last tips, I'm not going to call this the last tip, but it's the last kind of tip, I guess, on how to get better. It is one more thing after this. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is figuring out spacing traps for your character. Now,
spacing
if you don't
traps?
know what a spacing trap is, so you look at that here. You see what?
Yeah, I never heard of a spacing trap.
See what I just created? Without even moving, I created something that we would call a spacing trap.
Nah, hold on. I gotta go back. Whoa.
You see what just happened there? Trap is. So you look at that here. You see what just happened there? See what I just created? Without even moving, I created something that we would call a spacing trap. I got plus frames from the drop rush jab, and then instead of going into a normal button or a grab, I go into my standing medium kick, which creates a trap that can make your opponent whiff a button, because they know that your button is minus. You see, this button is -4, but since the pushback on it is creating a spacing trap, which can make your opponent whiff a button, because
and
they
then
think
you
they're
can
in
attack
range
again
to take their turn back, which they are not in range. It is, of course, their
this
turn.
man is
but
genius.
They're not in range to do the button that they think they are in
That
range
is
to do.
that is
So
crazy.
then you can just start to wait and just react, which you can actually use what I call the anticipation part of this. You can use it part of this where you anticipate your opponent to whiff a button, because maybe they don't know about this spacing trap or they've not seen it before. So you can anticipate, and then you want to react, you can get a reaction on a whiff punish. So this can create an actual whiff punish for you, as you can see. Of course, if Luke does his crouching medium kick here, I would need to block it, you know. He could do the crouching medium kick. But if he hit that crouching medium punch, which you see I could block it because he's in range to do that. But since I know that Luke's love to do the crouching medium punch, here I can create that and make them do it maybe from this spacing trap. And if they do happen to press crouching medium kick, I could just block it, and then there's no real harm, right? So you can find things like that with your character. I don't know them with all your characters. I can just tell you, you know, you can
that makes sense.
Go to training room and figure out some stuff like this. And then you can create whiff punishes from this, or just create scenarios their opponent don't really know about, so they're a bit scared to press. So you can start maybe just take some steps backwards and see how they're going to react. You can just sit there and wait, see if they react and actually give you what you want. You feel like they don't know, maybe you could just walk up, throw them, or like create more pressure because they're just too scared to try to actually contest what you just did to them because they can't really process why you're doing that kind of string because it's very weird, you know? So definitely figure out some spacing traps because it could just create whiff punishes, and that can help your raw reactions, in my opinion, because you don't want to just sit here and, you know, just guess that they're going to press the button, so you just hit your button, because if they delay their button a bit more than you, they could end up whiff punishing you because you're not actually in range to hit your button either if they press nothing, right? So with Cammy, it'd be very weird because I feel like she in range to hit all her good buttons still. But like if you're another character, you can actually just push yourself out of the range to hit a button also. So you don't want to just be
that makes sense
hitting your button that's going to whiff punish them. You want to actually try to react to it, but that's why you can also anticipate it, and they all come together in one, and it just makes your life a lot easier in neutral and getting those whiff punishes that you're looking for. You know, just improving your neutral in general as a whole, and you're going to be getting more whiff punishes. So definitely
that make a lot of sense.
Spacing traps for your character is going to be very important, and you definitely want to do it and look for those. So that is going to be the last actual tip I give you. But this next thing I want to tell you is just practicing your reaction, you know, drills. Like a practice reaction drill you can set up in training room. Go to all of these slots right here, and you know, you can set them up to do different things, right? Set them up to press different buttons, and that way you can be able to react to different things, whether it's a jump in, whether it's a drive impact, a button. You can set them up to do a bunch of different things. And then what you want to do when you come to the replay, you want to make sure you turn on the repeat replay, and then you turn off the replay info display. So if you're doing random playback, you always turn or disable the random playback because you don't want to actually see it come up on your screen. You see how in this right here, and it's just a little green thing. I don't want to see what replay is showing me. So after it does one replay, you just like refresh, you start it again, and then you just try to keep reacting to the different things that the bot is doing. It's going to help your reactions improve, your raw reactions, in my opinion, and then it'll also help you be able to react to buttons just, you know, out of seeing them a lot and having them whiff on you. You'll be able to react to different buttons or different scenarios, whether it's an anti-air, whether it's a drive impact, whether it's maybe even a tap parry you can react to and try to go for a grab, you know. So you can set it to do a lot of different things to improve your raw reactions. That can help you. Your raw reactions is going to help you in neutral a lot.
And make a lot of sense.
It's going to help you get those whiff punishes, which I know people mainly want to know how to do, but I cannot 100% help you whiff punish, you know. I can only help you with what I honestly told you today. That's which can help your neutral improve. I cannot help you just be able to whiff punish. You're going to have to be able to go through the trials and tribulations, do those things I told you about today, practice those things. They're going to help your neutral improve. I promise you, I've been thinking about this video for about a month now, since I made my other guide, whenever that was. I've been thinking about making this video, and I was just trying to find the best way to explain it to y'all. And you know, I feel like I did the best that I could do without lying to y'all about being able to just whiff punish. You know, it's no real tip on how to whiff punish, but I think
I can understand that.
This is the closest way to help you in that journey to whiff punishing or improving your neutral, doing both, to be honest. So yeah, I just hope that I could have helped y'all today, and you know, you enjoyed the video and you actually learned from what I told you today, and you understand the things I was saying. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought of the guide down in the comment section below. And yeah, as always, make sure you leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
That was Punk's ultimate guide to neutral. Let's see if we can implement just a small bit of all that information that he provided for us, and let's see exactly what happens next. Let's get into it. He's looking for a low kick a lot. He's looking for the low kick a lot. Put him in the red zone. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go. Let's go. He's Let's go, baby. Let's go. I put him in the red zone. I played the neutral so good. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Okay, he got me there. Let's put him in the red zone. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. We put pressure on him. We put him in the corner, and we was able to secure the win.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round one. Fight.
I guess that's an overhead. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Of course I'd win.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Round 2. Fight.
That's a grab. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I thought I finished him, but I finished him with that. Let's go. He got put in the red zone. We are at a 4-win streak. This is wow.
Ready yourself.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go. Oh yeah, that's a grab. I gotta. That was nice by him to get out of that. Oh, okay. 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 Well, it ended there, guys. We had a 4-win streak. We had a 4-win streak. But let's see if we can beat him still. Let's see if we can beat him. Oh, I thought he would have let go. Let's go. Let's go.
In my world, we're all
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That man came hard that time. But let's see if we can finish up this. Let's see if we can finish this one up. No, what am I doing? Okay. I just gave it up. No. I just gave it up at the end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for watching. We was able to get up to 4 wins today. We got really close on the last one. We almost got him, but I end up whiffing a little bit, man. I'm still a noob, but we're learning. I think the guide actually taught me a lot. I was able to get a 4-win streak. I haven't done that, so I think it's pretty cool. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.